Welcome to this webinar titled Automate Your Job Search Journey. And in this webinar, we're going to learn how we can automate our job search journey to make our applications faster and increase our likelihood to find an interview. In this webinar, I have with me here Michael from LoopCV. Hi, Michael.
Hello, Mohammed. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining the call.
And thank you so much for taking the time to take this webinar.
No worries.
So this webinar is sponsored by Amazing CV and LoopCV. And as I mentioned, this webinar is going to be handled in English. Oops, weird. Okay. So let me start by something really fast, how we decided to start Amazing CV. As the majority of you know, in our home country, Sudan, a war started on the 4th of April, 2023. And many of people lost their jobs, and then they started a job search journey in neighborhood countries like Saudi Arabia, UAE, and so on. And then we started seeing the need actually to improve people's CVs by just getting some CV requests from a couple of friends and family. And then we said, okay, why don't we build a service that help people improve their CV and hopefully increase the likelihood of finding a job. And then while we've been working on this, we stumbled upon LoopCV, whom you're gonna see in few seconds, but that was the main driver behind Amazing CV. We managed to rewrite over 250 CVs. I believe we are going up towards 300. And we even started another services like cover letter and so on. You can find our services on our website, https://amazingcv.net. Then we're gonna talk about LoopCV. They're gonna talk actually about their amazing product and show you how you can use it actually to find jobs. Then we're gonna announce a couple of winners from the competition we posted in Facebook. And then we have a little surprise for you at the end. So stay at the webinar. Cool. Now I will move the mic to you, Michael. Please start sharing your screen.
Yeah, hello. Yes, I will share my screen. Just give me a couple of seconds to do so.
Okay. I'll stop sharing.
Yeah. All right. Can everyone see my screen?
Yep, I do.
All right. Okay, Mohammed, thanks a lot for the introduction you made about the Amazing CV. It seems that you've managed to build an amazing product so far. And of course, there is a lot of more to come in the future. Let's talk now about LoopCV and how you can, guys, automate your job search and application process. But before starting elaborating on that, let's talk about the agenda for today's discussion. We're going to be discussing about three main pillars.
Michael, your screen is still black. It's loading. I don't see it yet. And now it's showing. Yeah.
Okay. What can you see? What can you see?
01 agenda of the day.
All right. Can you now see my screen?
Yep. I see 3 bullet points.
Yeah, Marlon, maybe it takes some time to load the page. Okay. All right. So we're going to be discussing about three main pillars about the importance of a structured CV and how the CV is being viewed from the ATS platforms. We're going to be discussing about LoopCV and what capabilities we offer to the job seekers. And of course, we're going to be discussing about how to utilize the LoopCV platforms and capabilities. So let's get started from the importance of a structured CV in the ATS platforms. But before starting elaborating on the CV and the ATS, let's talk about the job application process at the moment in 8 different steps. The process of reviewing resumes and qualifications can vary across companies and HR departments, but generally it follows a systematic approach. Here is a typical step-by-step process that many companies use. As a first step, applicants submit their resumes through the company's career portals, emails, or other specified channels or platforms such as LinkedIn, Indeed, and so on. Then, most of the time, and usually small and bigger organizations utilize AI programs such as applicant tracking systems in order to screen each candidacy separately. And if they do not have such a technology, then HR representatives play a detrimental role in reviewing each of the applicants' qualifications based on solid means aligned with their job descriptions. Resumes are often first scanned by ATS programs, which automatically parses and categorizes information, and then ATS filters out resumes that do not meet specified criteria or lack relevant keywords. As a third step, resumes that pass the ATS screening are then viewed by HR professionals or recruiters. They assess the overall quality, relevance, and alignment with the job requirements that they have posted on their career pages. As a fourth step here, it follows up a phone screening with a candidate. Then shortlisted candidates proceed to interviews, which may include multiple rounds with different team members or hiring managers. Technical assessments or skill tests may be part of the interview process as well. Sorry. 6, the company may contact references provided by the candidate to verify qualifications and work history. 7, a background check may be conducted to verify the accuracy of the information that have been provided from the candidate and ensure that the candidate is still suitable for the role. And the last step is that all the successful candidates receive a job offer, including details on compensation, benefits, and other terms of employment. It is important to note that the process can vary, and some steps may be adjusted or combined based on the company size, industry, and the way of working. Additionally, some companies may use additional assessments in order to realize the real value of the candidates. But in general, this is a step-by-step process that the job application consists of. Let's now deep dive on the reasons why the CV needs to be well crafted in order to be positively seen by the HR representatives, and of course, by the ATS platform that a lot of the companies around the world use in order to easily and quickly scan all the candidacies that they have received. First and foremost, a well-crafted CV has good first impressions. The resume is often the first impression of a potential employer has with you. It creates the first impression, and well-organized professional resume can grab the attention of the recruiters and hiring managers. Second, it needs to be conducted in such a way to have efficient communication inside. Employers receive numerous resumes for each job opening. A well-composed resume efficiently communicates your qualifications, making it easier for employers to quickly understand your suitability for the role. It needs to be ATS compatible. Many companies, as I have already said, use applicant tracking systems to manage and filter resumes. You have to ensure that your resume is ATS friendly with relevant keywords describing your skills and a clear format in order to increase the likelihood of passing the initial screening process. It is important to showcase your achievements and skill within your resume. It is important to include numbers, percentages that are describing your background and your work experience in a good manner. Of course, it needs to be professional because you're applying for professional roles, and it needs to be structured in a good manner. And lastly, it is also important to be aligned with the company cultures that you're applying for. If you know the company that you want to apply beforehand, then it is good for you to make a short research and include into your resume some of the key elements and their cultural elements in order to make them feel that your CV, your background, your profile is suitable for the job roles and generally their culture. Okay. Let's now talk about the ATS platforms. I'm going to give you a short definition because we may have here today with us some guys that don't know what the ATS platform do and what is it. The applicant tracking system is a user-friendly solution that a lot of companies use in order to filter out applications and candidacies. ATSs can scan candidates who apply for job openings, as well as proactively provide their HR professionals with passive prospects to engage them for future open roles. And of course, the ATS platforms have a job application pipeline. They have a lot of job posted, they have applications made, they have CVs, they have a lot of data. And of course, a lot of companies use ATS not only to filter out and scan candidacies, but also to store the profiles for future job roles if they have a job opening in the future. Let's now talk about, in this section, for the value proposition of LoopCV. But first, let me briefly describe to you what are the main barriers in the job search process. We pointed out 4 main barriers here. The first barrier is that the job application process is complex and time-consuming. I guess a lot of you guys have spent a lot of time in order to create your CV, to find proper jobs, to find proper matches, and of course, then to apply each job separately. There are a lot of unreliable job matching making tools. And of course, here at LoopCV, what we offer on top of our other services is our matchmaking capabilities in order to match the CV and the profile of a candidate with the job post found on the job boards. There is a limited job market visibility for candidates that look for a job. For example, in Asia, they try to focus on job in Asia, but if they're also looking for remote jobs, by using LoopCV, they're able to find jobs in Europe, in US, in order to broaden their market visibility and chase a lot of job opportunities. And the fourth barrier is that there is a lack of personalization in the job search process. We see a lot of candidates apply to random positions that they don't describe themselves 100%. So we try to make the job search even more personalized. So LoopCV is a software as a service solution, and it's the world's first artificial intelligence and machine learning platform that is designed to help job seekers streamline their job search and application process. At LoopCV, we collect job posts from several job boards around the world, and we try to make it easier for job seekers to find suitable job openings and for organizations, of course, to attract and hire qualified candidates. I would say that our core competency is to provide value and quality rate to our users by using a proprietary automated job search process and personalizing the job recommendations based on their CVs and preferences for each role. LoopCV is integrated with several job boards around the world. No matter where you look for a job, in which country, in which city, LoopCV is integrated with platforms that can find jobs everywhere in the world, from the US to Asia. You can find jobs everywhere. These are the platforms that we collect jobs from, and we are integrated. You may know LinkedIn, of course, Indeed, Glassdoor, Workday, Workable, and so on. Let me briefly explain to you how the tool is working, how the LoopCV tool is working. It's separated into 4 different levels, 4 different layers. The first layer on the top consists the platforms, the job boards, Indeed, Dice, Workable, LinkedIn, job boards that have a lot of jobs, thousands, millions of jobs inside. We then go to the second level, the jobs that the tool is collecting on behalf of the candidates. We're going to see later on how we set up a loop and how we can find these jobs that match our profile. But from the first to the second layer, we go and we have the jobs that are mainly dedicated to our preference, let's say. And of course, in the third layer, we have all the jobs that match our requirements and preferences. And in the fourth layer, we proceed to applications. Of course, we have, let's say that we have 100 matches. The LoopCV tool will try to apply to these 100 jobs at the end of the job search in order to have an end-to-end job search process. These are our main markets currently around the world. As I told you, we're operating all over the world, but these are the three main markets we currently focus on: USA, Europe, and East Asia. Let's now take an overview about LoopCV and its numbers. We currently have 1.2 million of users. We managed to aggregate almost 36 millions of jobs. We've managed to make so far 27 millions of job matches, and of course, this number of applications. LoopCV is on track for the last 3 years, and we're still growing, and the customer base is still growing. Of course, the numbers are getting bigger and bigger day by day. For anyone that might be interested in our pricing plans and models, this is an overview. We have 3 different plans. Of course, every plan has different capacity and capabilities based on the plan. You can quickly have a look on our website, but this is more or less the high picture of our pricing models. Let's now start taking a better look at LoopCV's benefits and platform. We try to make the job search process more simplified in order to save the necessary time of the job seekers. So we aggregate jobs from multiple job boards, and instead of having the users make the applications, we try to do it with an automated way. The platform utilizes machine learning techniques to find relevant jobs opportunities. This means users can discover jobs that match their skills and preferences more efficiently, potentially uncovering opportunities they might have missed otherwise. We use personalized matchmaking with the jobs, and of course, we provide feedback on the job results with the reasons that one specific job did not match with our profile. So we help our users by providing them feedback in order to increase the volume of the job matches they have, and of course, the applications they're going to be making afterwards. As I have already told you, we have an automated application process, and of course, it's up to the candidate's preference to set the automations on. And of course, we also provide the manual way. It's up to you to decide which way you will go. Once we have our candidates data, we proceed to a categorization. We categorize our candidates based on their seniority mainly. We have a lot of juniors, we have a lot of seniors, directors, executives that use our tool in order to streamline their job search process. So we categorize the candidates, and we provide qualified candidates based on their seniority, and that is a way to improve the matchmaking between the jobs and the profiles we have. And of course, what is interesting here is that we provide a feature that helps the job seekers to answer the extra questions coming from the companies in order for their applications to move forward and be completed. You may have noticed, if you have already done your manual applications, that a lot of your companies ask back a lot of questions, such as, are you authorized to work in the US, for example? What's your salary expectations? How many years of experience do you have in Python coding language? And questions like this. So we collect all these questions and we give the opportunity, the capability to the candidates to reply back to those questions and have their applications completed. Let's now see how the platform looks like in a nutshell before getting in an actual account. This is the overview page. We provide data for the number of the active loops. We call loop every job search we make on behalf of the candidate, how many matches they've managed to make so far, how many emails they've managed to send, and how many applications they have done so far. Here, this is just an example of the total matches that one random candidate can have. And here is another overview of the number of the loops that its particular job seeker has created within our platform. You may find our website by scanning this QR code. We also provide the links, so feel free to take a visit. That was a short presentation about LoopCV, about the reasons that a CV needs to be well crafted, and of course, how this can be viewed positively from an ATS platform. This is quite important for you guys to understand. A well-crafted CV will lead you to as many job offers as possible, but of course, it will lead you first to the job, to the interview offers in order to get the jobs. That's it. Let's now log in into a demo account, just to showcase to you how you can create loops. All right.
Can you explain, Michael, what a loop is?
Yes, I will do it right after I share my screen with you. I want to showcase to you a real demo account. But first, let me ask, do you have any other questions? Is anyone here that has any question I can help you with?
I have a question, actually.
Yeah.
Hello, hi. Thank you for the presentation. It was really helpful and very informative. So you mentioned that the platform is mainly focusing at USA, UK, and East Asia. Which one is, let's say, has high, say, number of jobs that are actually open? Which one do you think that would be more beneficial to set up a loop at between the three countries?
It has to do with your preferences. If you want to search for a job in Europe, then you can set up all of your loops based on this preference. You can set up your loops to look for jobs in any country of Europe. You can either select to choose for remote jobs or on-site positions. It's up to you. If you're looking for a job in the US, of course you will need to do the same thing. But the interesting thing of LoopCV is that you can set up a lot of job searches, a lot of loops, searching for different job titles and different job locations.
Okay, thank you so much.
Is this answering your questions? Okay.
Yeah, very much. Also, I checked. Yeah. Also, I'm currently looking at the UK, and most of the websites or most of the jobs are posted in websites other than LinkedIn. Is the source of jobs is let's say on the LinkedIn or it's just search over the internet?
Previously, I talked about the market visibility, and what I meant by saying this is the jobs visibility that a job seeker needs to have in order to realize the real opportunities. Of course, there is the LinkedIn platform, which is the most popular platform around the world, but LoopCV is also integrated with other platforms such as Indeed, Dice, Monster, Workable, platforms that can have better jobs or jobs that LinkedIn doesn't have. So the user, by creating a loop, is also able to seek for job roles that are posted on other platforms. and we collect these jobs. Of course, we show all these jobs to the candidates in order to select which job option is better for them.
Thank you so much.
So the tool is not only looking for jobs on LinkedIn, but of course on other platforms. Just to make it clear.
Great. Thank you so much.
No worries. Is there anyone else that has a question? Okay. I've now shared my screen with you. Mohammed, can you see my screen now?
Yes, I do.
All right. So everybody can see the dashboard of LoopCV. Once you are subscribed to our platform, you're gonna be given access in this dashboard. This is a demo account, just for your understanding. This is the overview tab, the tab that the user can see the number of the active loops, active job searches they have, the number of the total matches, the number of the applications and emails they have submitted to companies. Let me clarify at this point that we have several ways of applying and reaching out to companies. The first way is via email submission. We automatically email companies in order to present yourselves, your CVs, because we've seen that some companies, mainly the smaller ones, do not have a separated career portal, or they do not upload jobs on platforms such as LinkedIn Indeed because it's costly. So we email them, all these companies, in order to present the candidates. Of course, we also attach the CV and the background of the candidate. I'm going to showcase to you in a bit. The second way of applying is via filling in form applications. The third way of applying is we have a feature in the paid plans where the candidate can link their LinkedIn account to the platform in order to easily apply and, of course, automatically apply to as many jobs as possible, supported, of course, by the LinkedIn platform. And we also have some other features, extension features that the candidate can use in order to apply on other platforms as well. Let me now showcase to you how to create a loop, because I guess this is the most important thing for today's discussion. The simple is quite simple. It consists of 3 different steps, and the 4th step here is the review of the loop. So let's now suppose that we have a candidate that is a software engineer, okay? And of course, they are going to be looking for software engineer positions or relevant ones. Where, let's suppose that the candidate is mainly focused on working in London, United Kingdom. The user is able to search for jobs remotely or on-site positions. They can search for jobs remote anywhere in the world, or they can search for remote jobs in this specific location they have decided to seek for opportunities. If they are mainly focused on working on-site roles, then they will need to just leave the location as is. Here in this bar, the user is able to select the years of experience that they have. Let's now suppose that we have a candidate that has up to 4 years of experience. And of course, here in this bar, they are able to select the type of the jobs that they want to seek for. They might be interested in working full-time or part-time, or they might be interested in searching for contract positions, temporary positions, or internship positions. Let's now suppose that our candidate is looking for full-time positions. Of course, the CV is detrimental here. The user will update their CVs here by selecting PDF or Word file. We have already uploaded the CV, and then we click on the next button. So going to the next step, let me briefly explain to you what we see here. We see some templates, some email templates that we provide to the user. All these templates are there in order to provide options to the user on how to present themselves, how to email the companies, and what exactly is this that they're going to be telling them in order to motivate them and, of course, to present themselves. You can also customize the email body at your preference by creating your own template here. Let's now stick to this one, which is for our example. But before going to the third step, does anyone have any question so far? Okay, I see. Maybe it's clear to everyone. You can also okay, let's go to the third step. Here, I would say that it's the most important step of the loop of the job search that you create. Here, in the first two options, you can either select on having your applications and email submissions automated, or you can do it on a manual way. If you want to have the applications and email submissions automated, then you will need to select yes and yes in order to enable the automations. Of course, if you do not want to have automated outreaching, then you will have to select no. That means that the tool will try to collect jobs. It will collect jobs. It will match these jobs with your profiles, but it will not apply on your behalf in order to give you the view of the job collection and have it on your own way and pace. Here, 1, 2, 3 fields are quite important. Let's now suppose that our software engineer is currently working for Google, and of course, I guess he or she is not interested or willing to apply for jobs offered by Google. So to avoid apply for jobs in our own company, we provide the chance to the users to avoid this and select Google. And of course, maybe our candidate is not interested in working for Microsoft as well, or Amazon, or big companies. So he will need to type in the name of the company that he do not want to apply. Here, in this second bar, in this second field, the user can type in some keywords that describe not only themselves, but also the job descriptions and the job roles that they are looking for. For example, a software engineer that has Python as a skill, and I guess he will be interested in job roles that ask for Python requirements. So he will need to type in Python, the word Python, and then press enter. Of course, maybe our candidate knows JavaScript, and he's also interested in having job offers from companies that have JavaScript as a requirement, and other coding languages. Here, and of course, before going there, you can also leave this field empty without any keywords at all in order to see what kind of jobs that the tool will bring back to you. It's also important now to understand that you're be given the chance to experiment a bit with the job searches. You can create multiple loops with several job titles, several job locations. It's up to you and your preferences. You can create 40 different loops, 40 different job searches with 40 different job titles in order to increase the volume, the job volume that you receive, and of course the applications that you're going to be making afterwards. Here, of course, you will do the opposite way around. You will include keywords that do not describe yourself, your skills. For example, maybe our candidate doesn't know Vue.js, which is another coding language, and other, let's say, coding languages, they can just type in what they do not have or do not describe themselves with skills. Here, this is what we call the matching level bar. I would say that this is also an important feature because you're given the chance to set up the matching strictness that you want from the tool, from LoopCV tool, to have with the jobs that are going to be given to you back. By setting the matching level bar at the lowest level, it means that the tool will bring back jobs that, of course, match your requirements, but it will also bring back jobs that are relevant to your preferences or jobs that might be interesting to you. And if we go in the middle, it means that the tool will bring back jobs that match your requirements, but maybe it brings back jobs that are relevant to you. And by setting the matching level bar at the highest level, it means that the tool will only bring back jobs that strictly match your preferences. You can also experiment a bit with a match level bar in order to see what kind of jobs that the tool will bring back to you. Okay. Then we hit next. And we have a final review of our job search of the loop we have created. And if everything is aligned to our preferences and everything is okay, we then hit the start the loop button, and the tool will instantly start collecting jobs, finding jobs that match your requirements, and all the job results will be viewed, will be shown to you in the My Loops tab. Let's now go to see what kind of results we have. Is this clear? Is it clear to everyone how we can create a loop?
I see people are giving thumbs up.
That's nice. That's nice. We try to make the process quite simple for everyone, and of course, we wanted to avoid any more barrier that the current job search process have. So we try to do it quite simple. So here we have the My Loops tab. These are all the loops that the candidate has created. If we open up, we see some loops that are enabled in terms of automatically applying to jobs, and some other loops are disabled. It's up to the preferences of the user. Let's now open up a random loop. Here we see the first results. Here we see the jobs that the tool brought back. I just opened up a random loop, which is not the same as software engineer ones. That's why we see here project manager, IT project manager roles. I see a raising hand. Aya? No?
Yes. I have a question. You located your job in London, but then the loop gave you a lot of results that wasn't in London. So is that because you chose low?
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. It's because I opened up a random loop because we're still waiting for the other loop to collect the first jobs. That's why I wanted to, let's say, bypass this waiting time and showcase to you another example. This loop was created, I suppose, for jobs in Belgium in general. That's why we see here several job locations. But the other loop we created before, it will bring back jobs mainly located in London, or not in London, 10 kilometers away from London, let's say, for example. I hope this covered your question.
Yeah, thank you.
Nice. What is interesting here for you guys is that you can, let's say, in a sense, train the tool, train the algorithm in order to bring back jobs that are more relevant to your preferences by liking or disliking its job result. It's a way that we have included in order to, let's say, have our candidates more engaged with the tool and train the tool at their preferences. Here you can see the platform that each job is supported by, the location, the company. You can also type in order to see the original job post with a job description. You can like or dislike. Here you can see the matching score, the score that you have with the job, your background and profile have with the job, and other kind of information. I hope it's clear for you. Here we go to the Loop Stats tab. It is a tab that we have created in order to provide feedback on the reasons why the jobs did not match the candidate's profile. Might be because the job titles, it might be because the location mismatch or the CV score, which was low. We have seen in other cases that a lot of jobs required for a foreign language, and job seeker did not know how to speak in this language. It might be several reasons. And one last thing that I wanted to showcase to you guys, I hope this is clear so far for you, is the question tab. This is what I was telling you before. There are some companies that ask further questions in order to let the applications proceed and move forward. So we gather all these questions and we show them into a separate question tab within the dashboard, so the candidate can ask can answer actually these questions. So we have questions such as, what are your salary expectations? What is your notice period? Well, are you authorized to work in the United States? And questions like this. Once you answer all the questions, then you click the submit button and you proceed to the next 10 questions. Here you can view the status of your applications, dates, and job title, locations, everywhere. Of course, in your inbox tab, you can see the responses of the companies to your emails. So we try to create a kind of a CRM tool in order to manage the end-to-end job application process from the time that you will apply to job since the time till the time to get the job offers. This is your profile, your password. You can also select the language that you want to have. So that was in a nutshell how the tool works and how you can create loops. I hope that was clear for you. But if you have any kind of questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. I see the time has passed and the webinar is about to end, so feel free to ask anything. Yeah, I see some raising hand.
Okay, yeah. I can orchestrate that. Yeah, Muhammad, go.
All right.
Okay, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, I can.
Good. Thanks for the presentation. I know that the timing of your job application plays a big role when it comes to your chances of getting accepted for the job or even being looked at. So I wonder, how often does your system scrapes jobs from those job boards? For example, if there is a job posted 1 hour ago, will the system pick up on that and apply for me automatically, or that is a very narrow timing?
That is a very good question. I would say on to the point. We collect jobs twice a day. So we, as you correctly mentioned, we scrape the job boards twice a day in order to find fresh job posts and be the first that we will apply on the behalf of the candidates. This is a good pass, I would say, because what is also important is to catch up on the job post and try to apply before your competitors do. So we scrape job boards twice a day in order to provide the newest uploaded jobs in the dashboard and be the first that we will apply to those jobs. Of course, such a functionality is available on each specific pricing plan that you will decide to go.
Yeah, good. 12 hours at most seems reasonable.
Yeah, that's correct.
Shima?
Hi, Michael. Thank you so much for your presentation. And I think the whole idea
Hello.
of creating a loop. Can you hear
Hello,
me?
Simon. Yes, I can.
Yeah?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, I think the whole concept is great, but I'm just wondering because I live here in the UK, and recently most of the job application I've seen is they clearly specify that they don't want the CV, they want they have their own application forms. So I think you did mention something about help with the application form. So I'm just, clarifying, would you be able to help with that?
Of course. As you correctly said, there are some companies that have their own job application process, job portal, job career page, job forms. And there are some other companies that they only post a job on LinkedIn or other platforms, and we can directly apply through these platforms. For the companies that they have their own separated way of applying, what we do is we notify our users to their personal email addresses, telling them that we have successfully managed to reach out to this specific company, but this company has one step that you can do on your own manually. It might be a quick online assessment or a quick, question form. It might be something like this, that of course, because we do not know the personal information of each job seeker separately, we can't proceed to this step. We're currently working on some AI and smart tools that they are going to be providing this information automatically, but such a feature is not uploaded yet. It is in a tested period. I hope this covered your question. If not,
yeah, and I really hope you can, you will be able to develop that soon. And most of the question will be related to the job itself. So just by looking at the job description and then looking at the, your own experiences, then it will help you to come up with the answers, but it's just daunting task to do. So hopefully you'll be able to help soon. Thank you.
Yeah. Just to add something on top of that, we've seen that a lot of some of the platforms, for example, LinkedIn, has some barriers in order to authenticate the user, if this is the normal user, the original user, or another one. So in order to avoid such barriers, we have created some LinkedIn extensions and other extensions that can be used from the candidates in order to easily can reach out to the platforms. Of course, they will have to link their LinkedIn account to the platform with a simple manner, and then they will be able to automatically and mass apply to all those jobs, supported of course by LinkedIn and other platforms by using other extensions. Yeah, I see someone.
Yeah, we have Hashim, I guess.
Yeah. Just give me a moment.
Hello?
I see some. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So my question is, I didn't see that if the application, loop, it scan your CV and tells you if it's like complying with ATS application, ATS needs some a special format of CV, it shouldn't have image or I think table. And the second question is, I didn't say if the loop can tells you if your CV is like good with the job application you're searching for?
Very
Not
good
all.
questions. You have one more question?
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, just these two.
Okay, these are the questions. So to answer your first question, LoopCV is also integrated with some ATS platforms. I explained to you what the ATS is for those that they don't know. There are programs that a lot of companies are using in order to easily and quickly scan and view its candidacies, because there are some companies receiving thousands of applications. So in order to filter out these applications, they use ATS platforms. There is no, I would say, a particular structure in your CV. It needs, of course, to be professional, clear. It needs to have some numbers, percentages, achievements in it. It needs to be well crafted, not only to pass positively from the ATSs, but also this resume will reach out to HR professionals. So this HR professional needs to see if the applicant is well qualified, if they are professional, if they have a good looking CV. It's quite important how the CV looks like. And to answer your second question, I think what was your second question?
My second question was like, I didn't see that the application tells you if your CV is like has just like the keywords or all the, you know, work history like that apply with your job you're searching for. Like it doesn't scan for the CV, I think, right?
Yeah. I got it. Now I remember. What I showed to you previously was the matching score. What we do is we scan your CV and we score the CV with a job description, with each job description that your profile has matched with. If you go, once you create your first loops, you're going to see the first results, you're going to see the first jobs. And of course, if you click into this job, you will see the matching score, if it is high, medium, or low. So by doing this, we say in a way that, okay, we've found this job, but the score is quite low, so try to make some improvements to your CV in order to get a better match, because this matching score is most of the time similar to the matching score of the companies and the ATS platforms they use. I hope this covered your question.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
We can get one more question from Mohammed.
Of course. And I see also one question in the chat.
Yes, I forgot about the chat actually.
Yeah.
Mohammed,
so feel free to ask.
Okay, Asrar, do you have a question?
Yeah, Asrar is asking, is LoopCV free of charge, or are there any financial considerations involved? And then she asked, what potential security risks should individuals be mindful of when implementing job search automation? To answer your first question, Asrar, there are some different pricing plans on our website. You may find more information about that. I don't know. Can you see? I think I share my screen.
Yeah. I do see your screen.
Yeah. I'm gonna send you here in the chat the links. You can also scan the barcode that you will find our pricing plans and, of course, other information about LoopCV. And to answer your second question, By using Loop CV, I would say that they are not risks for you. We are safe. We are secured. We store your CV. We do not share your CV with anyone else without your permission. We do not share your personal data without your permission. We also have a feature that we provide to the candidates the capability to have their CV stored by companies or recruiters. But of course, if we do not have your permission, we don't do it. And there are no any other risks in implementing job search automations. I hope this covered your question.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Michael. We are already over time by 2 minutes, so let's conclude the webinar by mentioning our winners. So
that's nice. That's nice.
Share my screen. So do you see my screen?
Yes, we see your screen.
Good. What's happening? The first winner is Muhammad Al Khair, and the second winner is Salma Fathi, and the third winner is Ahmed Abdel Ghani. Please do reach out to us in the Facebook Messenger so that we rewrite your CVs for free. And the surprise, actually, we are running 20% discount in Amazing CV during this weekend. So if you would like to rewrite your CV or if you want to write a cover letter, please hit our website, amazingcv.net. And thank you so much for the webinar. And remember the journey. We at Amazing CV, we help you craft a good, compelling CV. And our partners at Loop CV, they help you find a job by using their automations and all the magic Michael described. So take it from here and take your next career journey. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Michael.
Thank you, everyone.
Cheers, Mohammed. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.